Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. Today's video is going to be my mid-year 5-star check-in. We are going to talk about the books that I have given 5 stars so far this year. It's June. It's kind of the middle of June. It's the middle of the year. Let's talk about what I gave 5 stars. There is one of these on this list that is a reread, but I'm still going to talk about it because I still gave it 5 stars in this year. So, let's get into it. I think in this current moment, I have read 74 books so far this year, and I've given 10 of them 5 stars. Those stats are in my opinion. I wish it was higher, but this is what we're working with. So, the first book in the year 2024 that I gave 5 stars was Lore Olympus Volume 5. Okay, so Lore Olympus Volume 5 kind of goes deeper into Persephone's relationship with herself, her relationship with her others. She's with others. She's kind of dealing with the aftermath of her decisions that she's made. And this one kind of focuses on relationships between her and other people's relationships with each other, be in relationships. It was good. I think all the Lore Olympus books get 5 stars from me. I love them. I'm about to read volume 6 here probably in the next couple days. The next book I gave 5 stars was Looking for Jane by Heather Marshall. I read this for the Shelf This book club. It was Elsa's pick, and this is a historical fiction, women's fiction book that kind of focuses on, again, relationships between characters, and it really talks about reproductive issues, reproductive rights, things like that, family relationships, family dynamics, family secrets. It's self-discovery, things like that. This feels like such a powerful read, and I really think that if you didn't read this for Shelf This book club, you should go read this for yourself and then go back and watch the live show that Bailey did with Elsa on Bailey's channel. I'll link it down below. After you read it, go watch that. Thanks. The next book I want to talk about is With You Forever. This is the Bergman Brothers #4 by Chloe Leese. This series is just so good. Two of them were neutral. The first one I really liked, and then this #4 I absolutely loved. It deals with autism, chronic illness. Bridget is this talented artist who's struggling with some decisions she made, and Ben is this doctor, and they kind of meet unexpectedly, and they kind of fall in love while healing from things at the same time. These books are just so easy to take in. They're such it has a lot of serious themes. This whole series in this book have a lot of serious themes, but it just feels so light and easy to take in. Next, I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This was a reluctant read for me. It's such a hyped book, but I had late last year read Five Survive by Holly Jackson. This is like a standalone book. I read it for my in-person book club, and it was trash. Don't read Five Survive. Okay? If you have differing opinions than me, put it in the comments. Explain to me why you liked it. Five Survive was trash. But we're not talking about trash books, we're talking about good books. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is a YA mystery, and we follow Pippa, and she is doing her senior project, and she's doing it on the this local murder case, and she becomes an amateur detective to find information on this case, and there's a bunch of twists and turns. She uncovers things that are different than what was on the police investigation, and this book was really good throughout the whole thing, and then the end was so good. I still haven't decided if I want to keep reading the series. I might not. I really think this book was just, it hit, and don't think the other books are going to hit. So, Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I can get behind the hype. It makes sense to me. I don't know if the other books are as good, and I know people will buy the full set of them and read all of them. I'm not going to do that. The next book we have is Miles Ever After by T.L. Swan. This is book 5 and the ending of the Miles High Club series. Each one of those books followed a different Miles brother, and it was just a spicy romance that I read on KU. But this one is, each section of the book is a different ending epilogue for each brother and their respective partners. And it was just so nice and warm to be able to get back into their life. And like the first brother, I hadn't read any of those books in like 2 years or more, like maybe 3 years. I don't specifically know. But then I got to see every other brother, and I love them. They're so like grumpy and annoying, but like in a good way. The miss for me on this was, I believe, pretty much every section of the book talked about them wanting to have kids. It didn't deter me to give it. It didn't make me not want to give it 5 stars. It just was annoying that, like, do we really all have to be having kids? Like, can't we just have a cute epilogue where they do inappropriate things with each other and then we move on? We don't have to add these children in here. But that's just me. It was good. I liked it. Okay, on to my reread. I reread The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This was for my in-person book club. Nobody else had read it, and so they wanted to read it, and I said, I'll reread it. Let's do it. And I gave it 5 stars the second time. It's just so easy to digest and ingest. I don't know, but it's Raylo fan fiction. We follow this guy, or follow this girl, and she is like getting her PhD, and she fake dates one of the professor guys. And yeah, that's all I have to say on that. You probably read it. You know what it's about. This is so good. I couldn't not give it 5 stars a second time. Next, I have mentioned this book before, probably my last sit down video. I mentioned this book, but I gave Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage 5 stars. This is the only book I read in April, and I gave it 5 stars. It's so good. We follow Ada, who is a interior designer, and she is kind of going through a lot. She went through like a short-term marriage. She's divorced. She's trying to do her company. She only trusts herself, and she goes to Meadowlark to work on this ranch, and she's in a bar, and she meets this guy, and they like make out, and then she runs away, and then she goes to work the next morning, and the guy is Weston. The guy she met at the bar is Weston, and that's her boss on this project. He's trying to fix up one of the homes on the ranch, and it's like his like baby, kind of like he wants to do this thing, and it is so good. And I love it because I think it's a reverse Grumpy Sunshine. Like, I think that Ada is the grump and Weston is the sunshine, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay, next one is an easy 5 star, I think, for me, and it is Heartstopper Volume 5. This is Nick and Charlie. This volume of Nick and Charlie, they are in love but trying to figure that out. Charlie wants to stay over at Nick's house, and Charlie's parents are like, whoa, 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 no way. But I don't know. And then we're getting ready for Nick to go off to uni the next year, and they kind of talk about how their relationship is gonna go from there. It's so good. I love them. And then the most recent book I gave a 5 star was Evidence of an Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book is like 88 pages. It's like you can read it on KU. It's an Amazon original thing. It's written all in letters, but you follow this woman who finds letters that her husband, or that this lady wrote to her husband about like the times that they had spent together. And so she finds this lady's address, and she mails the letters to the lady's husband, and it's basically like, hey, I don't know you, but I think your wife is sleeping with my husband. They kind of have this back and forth, and they're like being intimate with each other in a way that's like, we both are having this experience. Let's like comfort each other in this way. This like depth and complexity of how they're speaking to each other that is super intimate, but for a weird reason. Those are my 5 star reads so far of 2024. If you've read any of these, let me know what you rated them. If you haven't read any of these, let me know if I persuaded you to read any of these. And how many 5 stars have you had this year so far? Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you need to do to help me out. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Goodbye.